Hi, good morning. My name is Lisa Dublin. I am a health and life coach. I help you to speak, to lead, and to live with confidence. That makes all the difference in your life. And thank you for joining me this morning here on Basement Chronicles Live. The topic is managing who you are. Just some insights about how we have strengths and weaknesses, and how it's such a great thing to have that variety in our lives and be surrounded with people with different characteristics themselves. That is what we're going to be talking about. Let me just go live and welcome our people on Instagram as well. So you could be joining me from Facebook or from LinkedIn or from YouTube, and now obviously from Instagram. So welcome wherever you are. How's your morning going? You know, I didn't wake up like roaring to go this morning. Does that ever happen to you? And what do you do about it? Like some days, it's not as easy to get up and to get going and to be in the best of moods. Has anybody found that? I don't always wake up like that. And this morning was a good example of that. Like, oh, what's the point? I don't want to be here. What am I doing? That's literally how I felt this morning. Let me just share this from my Facebook page to somewhere else. Okay, bear with me. And the question is, how do you get going when you don't even want to get up? How do you get going when you just it's just not doing it this morning? And one of the things that I've been intentional about is that though these mornings are going to happen, though I'm going to have those mornings where I don't feel like getting up, where things are not going as planned, where I don't want to face the day. Is there anybody like that? I know for sure that is me sometimes. What I quickly try to do is to get back into routine. So you should have like a grounding something, a grounding action or habit or little hack that you can use to really get yourself back on track when you wake up on these mornings and you really don't feel it. And that's like me sometimes. It really, really is. So what I do is simply just get into reading my Bible. I open my Bible app and I just read my Bible. I take a couple minutes, and that usually grounds me to just kind of get back into what I used to be doing that would have, if everything were normal. If everything were normal, I would come downstairs raring to go, put on my coffee, and I would just start doing reading my Bible. So if I wake up late or things are not going as planned, the first thing that I will do whenever I do get up is, okay, I don't feel very good today. Open the Bible app, read something, get some inspiration from the Word of God. Does that work for anybody? It sure works for me. And I want to encourage you, if it's not the Bible, maybe you have a devotional book that you read. But you know what? Like the Bible is like, like when you're thirsty and you take either a Coke, you take a Diet Coke, or you take a glass of cold water. Which one satisfies more? I just want to encourage you. I just want to encourage you to try the Bible, open it, read it, take a little bit of it every single day. You cannot go wrong. In fact, you can go right by doing that. Just try it. And that usually grounds me like it did this morning. I even forgot. Like, what did I read? I think I did. I'm following a Bible plan. So I read a little bit from the Old Testament, and also the devotional was very instructive for me. And by the time I was done, I was like, yeah, God is in charge. Yeah, okay, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, but it's okay. I'm fine. God has the day. The Bible says, this is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and I will be glad in it. Like, Lisa, okay, so I can do this. And then that feeling of goodwill and creating a can do attitude based on God has the day. Then I went on to do other things that I would usually have done. And before you know it, just trying to get yourself out of the rut and the hole actually results in you getting out of it. So try. I know, like, not every single morning, especially like it's perhaps because it's also Friday, you don't really feel like getting up. But just try your best and see what happens. That's what I want to encourage you to do this morning, because that was my story. And you know what? Like, God is so good. Like, I'm a bit late because I was chatting with a friend. Like, she called, and it was a conversation I wanted to have. We were just chatting, and I was like, you know what? Sometimes, you have to just give and just allow things to happen. And then I finally said goodbye and went to get ready to be online. So that's what happened. Let's get into our topic for today, which is managing who you are. You guys, where are you? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Can you hear me? Like, can you hear me okay? Let me just make sure that my audio is okay. Just bear with me, right? I want to talk about, oh, is the Yeti X mic on today? I check one, two. Okay, let's change it now. That's probably better. Okay, this topic about managing who you are, it has come about for me thinking the last couple days because my sister is here. My sister and my nieces are here, and it's such a wonderful time with my family. So my sister's here in Canada with me. I mean, we're Irish twins. It just occurred to me we fit the Irish twin description because she is born exactly 364 days after me. So we kind of just are at the tail end of what it means to be an Irish twin, which I think is like 12 months or less. Although I've actually read that it goes up to 18 months. So I'll go the 12 months, right? I think that's the more common one. Oh, here's my brother. Hey, Lance, I see you. And we're very different. My brother who's online on Instagram can tell you, like, we used to be famous for fighting because we're so different. She's extroverted, I'm introverted. She does stuff like craft. My goodness, a couple days ago, my sister did something with chicken breast. Like, Lance, you should have been here. You missed that. I'm talking to my youngest brother who's also online. My sister did something with chicken breast. I didn't even know that existed, just out of the blue. She loves cooking. Oh my goodness. On the other hand, I am the person who comes in, hey, Lancy, and I will take charge of a situation. So we solved a situation just a couple days ago. She had something for work that was not going well. And me, with my coach self, my take charge self, my calm, cool, collected, I stepped in. This is what you do, this is how you do it. And it worked. It worked to kind of get the situation back under control. And in that moment, as like, we all have our strengths and weaknesses as people. And a lot of life, especially for me, like, I'm an A type personality. So a lot of what I contend with myself is being inflexible, is being the kind of person who knows how to relax. And I had this conversation only a couple days ago with a client of mine who is also an A type person. And one of the things, she's very systematic. Oh my goodness, that brain is polished. But knowing how to relax and knowing how to take it easy and knowing how to just simply let life happen to you sometimes. A type personalities, high achieving women, sometimes we have trouble with that. And it's not to say when you recognize that in yourself that, oh my goodness, I'm the worst person on the face of the earth. Absolutely not. So, the thing I've been thinking about the last couple days, because of just seeing comparisons, contrast, and appreciating myself, appreciating my sister for who she is, and even our kids, they get along famously. They're different. I've got three boys. My sister has three girls. Their uncle has, well, no, no, now he has like 8 nieces and nephews because my brother has two girls as well, my other brother, right? But it's just amazing that two people, same mom, same dad, could be so different. And what we never realized that we are now realizing at 47 and 48 is that our differences actually make us compatible. Like, I could just be like, oh yes, cook, sis. Yeah, no, I'll take care of this. I'll take care of all the administrative stuff. No, you can cook. Go ahead. The only thing I have to kind of watch now is like, I'm on the scale and I'm like, oh my goodness, my body's not accustomed to this kind of rich food all the time. So we kind of have to figure out, go back to maybe having the diet on a like during the week and like eating richly on the weekend, because my sister just cooks up a storm all that. She loves cooking. So actually, I asked her to come on the podcast with me, and she said yes. So you guys are in for a treat, just in terms of, I did see a couple podcasts ago that It was my year of loving deeply, loving bravely. So this will be part of it, like stepping out and letting life and relationships happen to me, as opposed to always being the person who wants to be and tries, and not just tries to take control, but likes things a certain way. Just let life happen to you. Like what she's taken to doing is that um on an afternoon, the six children, hey Leonis, how are you? Good morning. The six kids and the dog, they go walking. No, they go walking. Like she has time in her day when she's just relaxed. She just sits down. I came into the living room one day. It was all six kids were just sprawled out in the living room with my sister holding court, relaxed, full. Everybody was okay. I was like, what? How does this happen? I was in the basement, like plodding away, writing, doing my stuff. And, maybe back in the day, I might not have appreciated it. And she not appreciated the fact that I was that workhorse, that person who got things done. But we're older now, and it's not like we've changed. The situation hasn't changed. We are still different. And again, it brought me to the point where even though your situation does not change, your attitude towards it, if that can change, the result can be different. So we have not changed in terms of our personalities. What has changed is, I know for me, give more grace. Let people be. You are different, and that's okay. It's not you are different, but it's you are different, and that is okay. You guys, like I attribute a lot of this change to two things. I think for me, just getting closer to God. When you get closer to God, you learn to give yourself more grace and to give other people around you more grace, right? That's the first one. And secondly, just being in this coaching business as a life coach and learning not just to help other people manage their minds and their lives, but to also myself be going through that process of learning how to do the same, learning how to increase my emotional intelligence by doing the work. Yes, patience for soul, Leonie says. That's definitely very, very important. And so the topic today is really about what are your strengths? And where can you learn from the people around you to enhance your personality and who you are and how you show up? Now, doing that second part does not mean that you're denigrating or saying, I am trash, I am nothing. I need to come tabula rasa and I need to just learn everything new. Doesn't mean that. Absolutely not. What it means is I look at other people and appreciate other things about them. Like one thing like my sister is she just so enjoys life. Okay. My sister came from the States and immediately went to the supermarket to find the very calming disinfectant that she loved. Okay, man, I just go and get pine sol, whatever. Let's go. But she went and she found this one that is a lavender and it's calming, and the house smelled super nice, right? She went to find the things that she loves. She is cooking and there's music playing in the background. Y'all are gonna meet my sister and y'all gonna love her. Those of you who know her know, like, she's Anna Faye, as we say in our St. Lucian society, okay? Like, she don't play. She has stood up for me in places where I was trying to be cerebral and let people take the high hand. My sister just went in. Oh, you want to be that way? Let's go there. Right? Leonis, you remember? Yeah, she's that kind of, but I'm learning that sense of enjoying life, and I'm being a little quiet because I'm in my basement and like they're sleeping and everything, right? I'm learning just to enjoy life because of her, but I'm not taking it to mean or berating myself. Good morning, Sandra, how are you? Let me just put up the comment there. Yeah, so my I'm learning, just take it slow, enjoy life, but it does not mean that I'm going to let go of who I am. I'm simply enhancing and adding things to myself. And here's the thing I was actually pondering upon. A couple years ago, a friend had to go to court. And the lawyer that this friend employed was a radical. Okay. I'm fine, Sandra. I'm blessed as well. Thank you. That person has a reputation for being a bad boy. Hey, Tara. Oh my goodness, when people are here, good morning to you all. Just a reputation for being a bad boy, for doing things out of the ordinary, like got into trouble. That person was a lawyer and also got into trouble with the law. That kind of radical mindset. But here's the thing that happened and made me think about who you are. There's a purpose for who you are. It serves a purpose and you should not deny it. You just simply need to control the parts that might not serve you as well. Okay. When this person got into the courtroom, this lawyer, the kind of maneuvers that he was able to make, I don't think anybody, because he was thinking outside of the box, he was able to get success for the client, for my friend. And we sat back and we were like, nobody else but that person could have gotten that result. What am I saying to you this morning? Who you are built to be, there's a reason for it. Go back into your life and see the ways where being so, like for me, let me take myself as an example, being consistent, being disciplined, being that person who can produce at a high level. It has served me well. Being the coach who was able to go in for my sister and be like, okay, do this, do that, whatever, it serves me well. So you need to first acknowledge who you are. You were made for a reason, and the way you are built has a purpose that serves you well. On the other hand, that's where we get to now. And before we leave, on the other hand, might there be areas where you can learn? I've been prickly. I have good friends like my friend Leonie's here. I have my good friends, right? But I can be prickly. I was a kind of young person. So, okay, let me give you an example. Sometimes I hear preachers say, male preachers talk about women in terms that I do not understand. One of the things they like to point to, tell me if that's you or if it isn't, and whether it is or isn't, that's fine. Like, own it this morning, okay? I will never be one of these women who goes to the bathroom in a whole group with other women. Why? No, 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 why? Why do I need a whole entourage? Or to go hand in hand? No, I'm not that kind of person. Do not touch me. So I used to be the kind of teen while all girls were hanging out, hanging on each other, like just all up. No, don't touch me. No, irritating. I'm still that way. In fact, what my middle niece is so much like me. It is amazing. She will literally elbow you like, don't touch her, which I didn't used to do. No, she literally like she doesn't like to be touched, and I'm that kind of person. So I don't do the group thing, the big groups, and no, no. But that has served me well to give me time to be a thinker. Where I've had to struggle is to just deeply go into relationships one on one, and just to learn to just be a friend, be just accept friends and be friends, because I wasn't always that way. So you see how the personality and the traits that you look at, they can serve you so well at one level and also make you struggle in another area of your life. How do you contend with that? You do the thing of being a hungry student. So I'd be like, wow, there's certain things I like, but I don't want to be. But there are certain things when I look at other people, like my sis, that I want to have that sense of just simply quietly enjoying life. And I'm taking it. She's here for the summer. Oh my goodness. Like I'll be all up under her, like, okay, yeah, how do you do that? Like, okay, let's do that. Like, I'm just learning, but also appreciating and affirming myself in that process. I hope you do the same. So this same brother that I'm talking about here, okay? Lads, you remember that conversation? I have to use my brother as an example. My brother is a great basketball player. Okay. When you see him on the court, we see why he's the kind of way he is off the court. It's almost like everything leads to being that beast on the court. So what he has to do, if he's listening, manage it off the court. It's the same thing with my sons. oh, my first two sons play basketball at the prep level, okay? And all through their early years, especially the first one, I remember him in preschool back in St. Lucia. And one of the biggest things was don't hug the ball, don't take everything, don't be so selfish, don't. They are both, they used to fight so much because they're both territorial. See them on the court, and it's difficult, especially the second one. It's difficult. He plays such a wicked defense game. It's difficult to get past him because that sense of no, no, this is mine, I'm taking it. When it gets on the court, it makes sense. And so I feel like for as being a parent, as being a person, being a sister, being a friend, it pays well to recognize why people are the way they are, and to help them celebrate themselves. Even the things that don't make sense in other areas make perfect sense when they get into the right environment. Do you guys know? This is the last thing. Do you guys know about this thing that if you try to make a fish climb a tree, you're going to consider it dumb? Put that same fish in water and you recognize how much of a genius the fish is. So many times our personality traits do not make sense because we are in the wrong environments. But if you put us in the right environment, all of a sudden, what about the person who they called flashy and who they call like, who do you think you are at school? And that person turns out to be the kind of singer who owns the stage. And then you realized that person was in the wrong environment. You need to find the right environment where you make sense. Of course, too, I feel like for normal human relationships, we also have a responsibility, no matter whether you are weird, no matter whether you make sense in other areas. Normal human relationships, always be working at that. Be emotionally intelligent. Sometimes you don't need to put on the star power. Sometimes you need to be the student. Sometimes you need to be the person who's a frame for somebody else's picture. You cannot always be the person who's just large and in charge. Okay? So I hope this helps. Manage who you are. Celebrate yourself. Like that for me is I'm built this way for a purpose. And just being here with my sister, I'm just seeing the reasons and being like, wow, God really knows what he does when he gives you certain characteristics. Like even the fact that I have three boys and she has three girls. Three boys are just take them to the barber, cut hair, let's go, I'm done. Three girls, comb hair. Buy this, buy that, lip gloss here. Room smell like, oh my goodness, vanilla. And God knows. God knows, right? God knows why he gives. My mother always laughs at us and she's like, God knows why he gave you three boys and Lorraine three girls. Because, Lord, yes, it's working. So Eustacia says many times our personality traits don't make sense if you are in the wrong environment. Put them in the right environment and watch them thrive. Yes, Eustacia. So let's go out and thrive. Let's celebrate who we are and be hungry. The people around you, the things that you like from them, how can you adopt them into your life to make you better but not change you, just to enhance? Because I feel like I can do better with just relaxing. Maybe I'll put on music. Oh no, I put on a podcast while I'm cooking. Okay. No, no, I'm not changing that anytime soon. So you kind of have to know yourself through the entire process. Know where you start and know where you stop. Right, Leonis? The Trinidadians have something. That's why I stop. Nah, that's why I stop. Always an amazing speech. Oh my goodness, Tara. Thank you. Keep up the good motivational speech. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, like, somebody signed up for Speak with Confidence this morning, just this morning. So our numbers are just, we're almost there at capacity, but come on, like, this is going to be, let me just remove the chat. So this is going to be awesome. The kinds of people who are signing up are already in the business and need the speaking to make them better. So I want you to go to, if you're on Instagram, hit my bio and the link is there. Either two things, just go sign up like some people have done, or you can book a consult with me. If you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? You're not sure. Hey, come on in. first make the decision that you're going to be part of Speak with Confidence. Right. And Leonie is a past graduate of, she's a graduate of Speak with Confidence. And she says, break barriers with Speak with Confidence. That's what we're doing. And you know what? Somebody told me this morning, she signed up for Speak with, let me just take this off right now. Hang on for me. Let me just get this off. She signed up for Speak with Confidence because she is so encouraged by the fact that we don't just let students go after they're done. What I found in the past that people would pass through the program, pardon me, get all of the confidence for a while, and then just go right back into being who they were to a certain extent. Confidence went up, but they could do much better if they had continued to practice. And I'm like, no, this program is going to get results for my students. And so I started the speaking school, and the speaking school is the continuous learning. So after you finish the one cohort of Speak with Confidence that's happening May 2nd to the 30th, when you are done, we are going to keep you speaking confidently and authentically through training, practice, and evaluation. Okay. How are we going to do that? Speak with Confidence, just it morphs into the speaking school, and then you get to practice once a month. We meet once a month. We meet for practice. We meet for people to give presentations. I teach on some aspect of speaking in the program. So all of these things happen. I wonder if I could show the speaking. Let me see if I can put it up quickly. The speaking school. No, okay, it's not there. Anyway, I should have come and put it in. So that's what she was so encouraged by, that, after the Speak with Confidence program, she gets to continue in the speaking school. That's the added value of the program. It is a worthy investment. Listen, I did a great thing in the name of Jesus. Okay. Sometimes, like, when your skill and your gifts and your why come together, I see too many people. You have a great product and you don't want to tell people about it because you're self-conscious. Are you kidding me? You know how many people need to hear what you have to say? Come in to Speak with Confidence, and we will help you take away that self-consciousness. No way. Not when people are waiting for what you have to say. So these are the things that keep me coming. And oh my goodness, hang on, I have some other. No, where Leonie said we're a community that builds each other. The speaking school is phenomenal. Yeah. And so here's what's happening. Like, the students in the speaking school, when we meet, then they kind of plan the topics that we want to address going forward. So somebody gets to chair, somebody gets to introduce the speaker, somebody gets to do a presentation, because this program always attracts the movers and shakers, the heavyweights. Yes, you don't even think this is not for me. Don't even think it. It's for you when you decide it's for you, nothing else. Same thing, like I always say, Tara contact number. You can, let me just put my email, Lisa. I think that might be a better, Lisa at lisamdublin.com. Tara, you can email me, sweetheart, and we can talk about it. But it's a worthy program. I don't know any other word to describe what happens in Speak with Confidence. And sometimes you see that just the turn, the switch in people, right, Leonie's? Like, you can literally in session see when people catch fire, when they find a topic, when they find a thing, when the confidence moves from almost there to soaring, all of these things, right? So let me put that on. This is my email address. Or you can also go to, I have all of this, I just don't want to keep you guys long. I don't know, www. I should have this. Let me just see if I can just put up those captions so that you can find out what you need. Okay. If you go to the Speak with Confidence program, lisamdublin.com/SWC, then I better put that. Okay, give me 1 second. You can find out more about the program. Lisa, hold on. lisamdublin.com. Bear with me, you guys. This is going to be worth it. I'll put it up here. We just have a couple more spots left. I keep the group small because I really want to maintain quality and give everybody the best experience possible. So the person, we have somebody who signed up who's all about talking. She's moved to a new country. She's starting a new program, and her ability to communicate is going to be key. If you are that professional and you recognize that you've been kept back because you are afraid to step up and speak and to take those opportunities that are provided you and offered you, but you're so self-conscious, you stay in the back. How do I look? I don't sound right. Look, hello, come into the program. This is for you. If you are that person who has a great product and you're going out and wanting to tell people about the great things that you offer, but you don't sound convincing, you are afraid, you get too nervous, come into the program. It's for you. Let that light shine before men. Learn how to do it. We teach the art and science of public speaking. And when you get into the speaking school, I've uploaded, like, there are videos, training videos that you get reminded of what we did. And I continue to add to the library so that you will be able to learn on the platform that I've set up for the graduates in the speaking school. You continue to learn at your own pace because that is what it's about. It's like non-linear learning right now, asynchronous learning. People are learning at their leisure, when it makes sense to them. So I want to invite you to take advantage of this program. I'm only going to be having one cohort this year. This is the time is now. This time next year, you could be so much further because you took advantage this year. People are like, oh, yeah, I'll wait for the next. No, no, the time is now. At least book a call to find out from me what is possible for you. Just make a decision and then we'll make it right. We'll figure it out. Okay. So thank you. Oh, my goodness. I meant to stay like 15 minutes this morning. What happened? You can see I love speaking, eh? That's what it's about. So have a great day, everybody. And oh, I'm having an interview on Sunday, actually. I'll be interviewing Greg Davis. I'll put out the promo today. Greg is here in Edmonton, and it's going to be a lovely interview because he has done so much and is doing so much in our community here in Edmonton. And it'll be very nice to hear from him and find out, like, who is he? I always like to find out, like, who's the person behind all the things? Like, who are you? How are you showing up like this? What is making you tick? Like, how are you put together? So I've set my Sunday Basement Chronicles Sunday interview to just be, I will interview interesting people. That's like the only stipulation. And so far, that's exactly what we have got. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. And I will see you on Sunday. Bye.